As we age, particularly between the ages of 65 and 75, life can take on new dimensions. The experiences we accumulate, the lessons we've learned, and the changes we undergo create a unique window of time that holds the potential to shape the quality and length of our lives. While this period may seem like a time for rest, relaxation, and reflection, it's crucial to understand that it's also a critical stage that requires conscious effort to maintain our well-being. Unfortunately, many seniors unknowingly fall into habits that negatively impact their health, independence, and happiness, which can rob them of the fulfilling later years they deserve. A time of transition, from struggle to serenity. The decade between 65 and 75 is often considered a turning point in one's life, a bridge between the more physically demanding years of adulthood and the retirement years that some envision as a time for leisure and peace. However, what many fail to realize is that the choices made during this time can have lasting consequences, either fostering independence and vitality or leading to health declines and a dependence on others. While some seniors enter this phase eagerly anticipating a slower pace, others may struggle with the emotional and physical changes that come with aging. Imagine feeling the slow erosion of your physical abilities, experiencing a decline in energy levels, or finding that simple tasks, once taken for granted, become more challenging. What happens if, over time, these small inconveniences compound? You might find yourself increasingly dependent on family members, friends, or caregivers to get through the day, and perhaps even facing a loss of the freedom you once cherished. However, it doesn't have to be this way. With the right mindset and a proactive approach to one's health and lifestyle, the years between 65 and 75 can be some of the most rewarding and empowering years of life. By understanding the habits that support well-being and embracing small but impactful changes, it's possible to experience life in its fullest, thriving with energy and independence. Hidden dangers. How habits can undermine your health. While the changes associated with aging may seem inevitable, many of the challenges faced by seniors are not simply due to aging itself, but rather the harmful habits that often develop over time. These habits can range from poor eating choices to lack of physical activity, increased stress, or neglecting mental health. The good news is that many of these habits are reversible, or at the very least manageable, with a conscious effort to make positive changes. For instance, consider how easy it is to slip into a routine where you no longer prioritize exercise. As we age, our metabolism slows down, our muscles weaken, and we lose some flexibility. Regular movement, however, is essential to maintaining our strength, balance, and flexibility, all of which are crucial for preventing falls, maintaining heart health, and preserving cognitive function. Yet, it's all too easy to forego physical activity in favor of comfort, especially if it's simply more convenient to stay inside or rest. The problem is that this lack of activity leads to muscle atrophy, joint stiffness, and an increased risk of chronic illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis. Even our eating habits can have a profound effect on our health. In our younger years, we may have been able to indulge in rich, unhealthy foods with little consequence. But as we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing certain foods, and the consequences of poor dietary choices can become more pronounced. Overeating, in particular, can be a silent culprit, straining the digestive system, contributing to weight gain, and elevating the risk of conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes. Breaking free from harmful habits. To ensure that these years are filled with joy and vitality, it's important to recognize which habits are sabotaging your well-being and actively work to replace them with healthier choices. This means embracing a lifestyle of conscious living, one that prioritizes health and well-being at every turn. The first step in making lasting changes is recognizing the role that habits play in your life. Whether it's skipping daily exercise or eating foods that are too rich and too heavy for your digestive system to process, these actions add up over time and can be the difference between thriving and merely surviving in your later years. The power of proactive healthcare. Taking control of your health starts with small, actionable steps that add up over time. The key to a fulfilling old age is to make a commitment to yourself, to take responsibility for your health and happiness. And while it's true that genetics play a role in our health outcomes, Lifestyle factors such as diet, exercise, and mental well-being are far more significant. One of the most powerful actions you can take is to commit to regular physical activity. This doesn't mean you have to become a marathon runner or gym enthusiast. Rather, simple activities like walking, stretching, or gentle yoga can do wonders for your body and mind. Regular movement helps maintain joint flexibility, promotes better circulation, strengthens bones, and boosts cognitive function. It also has a powerful impact on mental health, as exercise is proven to reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. Nutrition, nourishing your body from the inside out. Next, examine your eating habits. Are you nourishing your body with the proper nutrients it needs to thrive? Or are you relying on convenient processed foods that offer little nutritional value? Seniors often face challenges when it comes to eating a balanced diet, either due to physical limitations, such as difficulty cooking or chewing, or lack of appetite. However, nutrition plays a key role in preventing the onset of chronic diseases and promoting longevity. Opt for nutrient-rich foods that provide the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants your body needs. Incorporate more fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins into your diet. These foods not only help manage weight, but also boost energy, improve cognitive function, and enhance overall well-being. Don't forget to drink plenty of water to stay hydrated, as dehydration can exacerbate many health problems, including cognitive decline. Prioritizing mental and emotional health. Along with physical health, mental and emotional well-being should be at the forefront of your attention. As we age, it's common to experience feelings of loneliness, depression, or anxiety. These emotions can often be exacerbated by physical health problems, financial stress, or the loss of loved ones. Taking care of your emotional health is just as important as caring for your physical health. Social connections play a significant role in emotional well-being, particularly for seniors. Maintaining meaningful relationships with family, friends, and community members can help stave off feelings of isolation. Whether it's through regular phone calls, social gatherings, or volunteering, staying engaged with others fosters a sense of purpose and belonging, which are crucial to living a fulfilled life. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling can also be helpful in reducing stress and improving mental clarity. In addition, it's essential to stay mentally active through hobbies, puzzles, reading, or learning new skills. Keeping the mind engaged helps to improve cognitive function and may delay or prevent the onset of dementia and other age-related cognitive impairments. Financial independence, securing your future. While maintaining physical and mental health is essential, there's another critical factor that cannot be overlooked: financial independence. Aging comes with the undeniable reality that we may not have the same ability to earn a steady income. Without careful planning and saving, the future can become uncertain, creating unnecessary stress and anxiety in our golden years. Financial stability isn't just about having money, it's about preserving your dignity, freedom, and security. Consider the long-term expenses that come with aging: medical costs, long-term care, and the unexpected financial burden of emergencies. By planning ahead and accumulating wealth for your later years, you can protect yourself from the uncertainty that financial instability brings. This means saving money for retirement, investing in reliable insurance policies, and budgeting carefully to ensure that you have sufficient funds to support yourself. Building and maintaining support systems. While financial stability is crucial, it's equally important to build a strong network of support. Many seniors struggle with feelings of loneliness and isolation, especially when family members or close friends are far away. By establishing a close-knit network of neighbors, local friends, or community members, you create a safety net that can be invaluable during times of need. This support system not only offers emotional comfort but also provides practical help in case of emergencies, helping you to maintain your independence for as long as possible. Additionally, consider exploring local senior programs or organizations that offer opportunities for socializing, volunteering, or engaging in activities. These programs can help you stay active, meet new people, and prevent feelings of isolation. The power of partnership, a lifelong bond. In the earlier stages of life, Couples may have endured the hustle and bustle of raising children, managing careers, and navigating the complexities of the modern world. These years are often filled with stress but also shared joys. As time passes, however, and the children leave the nest, the dynamics of the household inevitably shift. Now it's just the two of you, your partner and yourself. Suddenly, the comfort of routine and the familiarity of each other's company becomes a lifeline. You're not merely companions, you are anchors for one another, navigating the changing tides of aging. As this phase approaches, some couples are left wondering what lies ahead. The answer, at its core, is both simple and profound: companionship. With the hustle of daily life behind you, you now have the chance to truly enjoy each other's company without the distractions of the outside world. The empty nest phase offers a chance to rediscover each other, to find joy in shared moments of silence or laughter. Your relationship, once based in the busyness of life, now takes on a deeper meaning. The quiet evenings spent together, the conversations that turn into reflections on the past, and the peaceful mornings spent in one another's company are the moments that fill the heart in ways that words cannot describe. However, with these moments of peace also comes the heightened awareness of the passage of time. With health potentially becoming a concern, both physical and mental, there can be a greater sensitivity to each other's weaknesses, vulnerabilities, and the strain of life's burdens. These challenges can create the perfect breeding ground for conflict if not handled with care. Conflict in later years, a growing concern. It's important to recognize that as we age, we become more attuned to our emotional and physical limits. We may face frustrations and challenges that didn't exist when we were younger. Chronic pain, a slowing metabolism, or even the fear of losing independence can lead to feelings of anxiety or sadness. These emotions can inadvertently spill over into our relationships, often in the form of arguments. These disagreements, though seemingly small at first, can quickly spiral into something larger, especially when they remain unresolved. Couples in their golden years must also contend with the inevitable losses that accompany aging, such as the death of friends or family members, changes in financial stability, or even changes in personal health. With so much on your minds, the tendency to argue can be heightened, often about trivial matters that might otherwise go unnoticed. The stresses of aging are real, and if not addressed appropriately, they can lead to a breakdown in communication. Unfortunately, when couples do not address these issues, misunderstandings begin to pile up, and resentment may grow. But while conflict is an unavoidable part of life, the way we handle it, especially in later years, is what truly matters. Rather than letting these disagreements drive a wedge between partners, it's essential to adopt strategies that promote understanding and compassion. The importance of communication and understanding. The key to preventing arguments and maintaining harmony in the later years lies in communication. As we age, our perspectives change, and so do our needs. What once seemed like a minor issue may suddenly become a significant source of stress. For example, one partner may have a physical ailment that the other is not fully able to understand. This lack of understanding can lead to frustration, which, if not communicated effectively, turns into arguments. Clear and empathetic communication is the most effective way to address these challenges. Learning to listen actively is one of the most vital skills a couple can develop. Instead of assuming what the other person is thinking or feeling, take the time to truly understand their point of view. Many conflicts arise from a lack of understanding or misinterpretation of intentions. When you truly listen to your partner, you can gain insight into their emotions, thoughts, and concerns, which can help de-escalate a situation before it gets out of hand. Practicing empathy is also crucial. This involves putting yourself in your partner's shoes and acknowledging their emotions without judgment. When both partners make an effort to empathize with each other, arguments become less frequent and more manageable. Additionally, making time for open and honest discussions about concerns or frustrations can prevent issues from building up and becoming explosive. These conversations should be approached with love, patience, and a willingness to compromise. The goal is not to win the argument, but to understand each other and find a solution together. It's also important to be mindful of tone and body language. as these subtle cues can either foster connection or heighten tensions. The power of forgiveness. In a long-term partnership, it is inevitable that mistakes will be made, hurtful words will be spoken, and feelings will get bruised. But the ability to forgive both yourself and your partner is what keeps a relationship strong and resilient. Forgiveness allows you to move past the hurt, learn from the experience, and grow together. Without forgiveness, arguments linger, festering and growing into something far larger than the original disagreement. It's important to approach your partner with compassion, recognizing that they too are navigating the challenges of aging, just as you are. Together you can work through the obstacles that come your way, hand in hand. Quality time, building connection, beyond conflict. One of the best ways to avoid arguments in later life is to prioritize quality time together. As mentioned earlier, aging brings many changes, but it also presents opportunities to reconnect and rediscover each other. Whether it's sitting down together to enjoy a cup of tea, taking walks, sharing a meal, or pursuing a mutual hobby, these simple moments of togetherness can create a deep sense of bonding and understanding. It is through these moments that couples can reaffirm their love for each other, build trust, and nurture the relationship. Shared experiences, no matter how small, help you rediscover the joy in each other's company and reinforce the importance of the connection you share. Building rituals or routines together is another great way to cultivate positive interaction. Maybe it's watching a favorite show every night or starting your mornings with a quiet conversation over breakfast. These small, predictable moments can bring comfort and stability, reducing stress and minimizing the chances of unnecessary conflict. The illusion of sharing success. In the context of family, wealth is a double-edged sword. To an outsider, showcasing one's financial stability or affluence may seem like an innocent sharing of success, something that should be celebrated. It's easy to imagine the pride that comes with being able to support a family, perhaps gifting your children with a dream vacation, passing down heirlooms, or funding grandchildren's educations. These acts of kindness can feel good, a way to express gratitude for a lifetime of effort, and an attempt to bring joy to loved ones who may not have had the same financial resources. The joy of giving can feel like the natural culmination of a life well lived. However, behind the generosity, there is often an underlying complexity. Financial status, especially in later years, can carry an emotional weight that is far heavier than expected. Whether it's the desire to display one's success to loved ones or a subtle need to gain admiration, flaunting wealth can unintentionally sow seeds of discord. Family members may begin to interpret the gesture through a different lens, perceiving it as a demonstration of superiority or a signal that they, in comparison, have not measured up. The silent roots of jealousy. At the heart of this dilemma is the fundamental nature of comparison. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and much of our self-worth is shaped by how we perceive ourselves in relation to others. When wealth is flaunted, whether in conversation, through extravagant gifts, or through grandiose displays of lifestyle, it can stir feelings of inadequacy in others. Imagine a family gathering where a parent or grandparent casually mentions their latest vacation to an exotic destination, or shows off a new luxury item. While this might be innocent in intention, the impact on the recipients can vary dramatically. For some, it may feel like an opportunity to bask in the shared joy, but for others, it could ignite a sense of jealousy or resentment. This envy often arises from the idea that one family member is doing better than another, financially or in terms of success, and it can be surprisingly divisive. Even among the most well-meaning of relatives, there is often a subtle but powerful shift in perception. A sibling might begin to feel that the wealthier relative is somehow bragging or trying to assert dominance. A child or grandchild might see their parents' or grandparents' affluence and wonder if they've fallen short in their own lives. Such feelings can quickly turn from admiration to bitterness, creating a chasm in relationships where once there was warmth and unity. The danger of unintentional rivalries. What begins as a simple show of wealth, perhaps a well-meaning attempt to share the fruits of a long career or to show generosity, can lead to a spiral of rivalry. This rivalry is often cloaked in subtle, unspoken emotions like envy, frustration, and even feelings of inadequacy. What was once a loving family bond can begin to fray as relatives compare their achievements, or perhaps more poignantly, their perceived shortcomings, against someone else's financial success. An example of this can be seen in family dynamics where there is a perceived favorite. Perhaps a parent has gone out of their way to provide for one child over others, or there is a perception that one sibling is given more financial gifts or support than another. Even the most well-intentioned gifts can be misinterpreted, leading to tensions and even long-term estrangement. A simple gift of a large sum of money, for instance, might be seen by one sibling as favoritism, while others may feel a quiet resentment over what they perceive as a disparity in resources or love. This inequality, whether real or imagined, can create deep emotional rifts that are difficult to mend, sometimes overshadowing years of shared memories and affection. The unspoken pressure of expectations. In addition to creating jealousy, flaunting wealth can also create an unspoken pressure on family members. They may begin to feel that they are obligated to measure up in ways they never considered before. This pressure might manifest as attempts to match or exceed the financial generosity of the wealthier relative. It could also lead to feelings of guilt among those who cannot afford to live the same lifestyle or provide for their loved ones in the same way. The simple act of showcasing wealth, whether through lavish vacations, expensive gifts, or a seemingly effortless lifestyle, can create an unspoken burden that weighs heavily on others, making them feel like they have to play catch-up or worse, fall short of the expected standard. The emotional and financial toll. Beyond the emotional strain, flaunting wealth can also have a financial toll, particularly for older individuals. Many seniors live on fixed incomes, and the pressure to keep up with a wealthier family member can prompt unwise financial decisions. In an attempt to compete or maintain appearances, individuals might stretch their budgets, overextend themselves, or even go into debt to keep up. This can lead to financial instability, increased stress, and, ultimately, greater unhappiness. The cycle of emotional exhaustion and financial strain feeds into each other, creating an environment where joy is overshadowed by a constant need to prove oneself or gain approval. Even when older individuals have earned a comfortable retirement, they must also be cautious of how their wealth is perceived by the younger generations. The fear of judgment can cause seniors to go to great lengths to minimize their perceived wealth, even to the point of being overly frugal, in an attempt to avoid sparking conflict. The reality, however, is that avoiding the expression of one's financial situation can have just as damaging effects, as it breeds resentment or misunderstanding. The key, then, lies in striking a delicate balance, one where wealth is shared with love and care, without imposing expectations on others or sparking unnecessary tension. The role of family support networks. Finally, when financial decisions are made, it's essential that families come together to discuss and understand the emotional and practical implications of these choices. Open communication within the family, without the fear of judgment or expectation, helps ensure that everyone is on the same page. In these discussions, it's important to acknowledge the complexities of wealth, its potential for both positive and negative effects, and the ways in which money can be used to nurture love and connection rather than sow division. While it's true that the desire to share the fruits of one's success is natural, it's also important to recognize that the wealth that truly enriches lives is not just financial. The warmth of understanding, the depth of shared memories, and the quality of time spent with loved ones, these are the treasures that endure far beyond material wealth. In the end, the legacy we leave is shaped less by the money we accumulate and more by the relationships we nurture and the love we give. The legacy beyond wealth. In conclusion, the act of flaunting wealth, though seemingly innocuous, carries with it the potential to harm relationships and sow division within families. As we age, we must be mindful of the emotional impact our financial decisions can have on those we love. Rather than focusing on wealth as a measure of success or worth, let us prioritize the values that truly matter: kindness, empathy, and the deep connection that makes life meaningful. By approaching our wealth with humility and mindfulness, we can foster an environment where love, respect, and unity flourish, ensuring that our later years are filled with the warmth and support of those we hold most dear.